you've got to start with an initial clearance for the airplane. We've generated that clearance. We've allowed the airplane to go to speeds, to altitudes, to flight conditions that will enable a pilot to gain confidence and capability in the airplane that will ultimately lead to the warfighter's ability to execute in combat.
2011 is our first calendar year of testing here at Edwards Air Force Base, and we have dubbed it here as the year of the firsts. We've flown a lot of test points, a lot of sorties, 10% above the plan, but really the ultimate goal is delivering capability to the warfighter.
I think we have some of the finest engineers, technicians, scientists, maintainers, and pilots in the world that support these aircraft, and I think we're proving every day to have this team here is what we've accomplished, and 2011 has been really amazing.
It's a testament to the Edwards team, where we get called upon not only for the test that we're able to accomplish, but also the training that we can provide.
This year we trained a dozen F-35 pilots. Half the F-35 pilots flying today got trained here at Edwards this year.
We've gone to Mach 1.6, up to 39,000 feet, 9 Gs, and up to 666 kCAS. Not only expanding the envelope is important, but also the avionics, which is really the teeth of the airplane for the warfighter. We're looking at DAS for the first time, which is the 6 cameras around the airplane fed into the helmet-mounted display.
Something that's never been done before in the history of flight. Being able to actually look through the aircraft is a pretty Gucci feature that we only have here in the 35.
Electro-optical targeting system, which we're firing the laser for the first time to use for laser-guided munitions. We're looking at the CNI suite for communications, doing anti-jam and secure capability to be able to communicate in a war environment. And we're looking at fusion for the very first time to combine the radar, the interrogator, and EW to get a one coalesced picture for the pilot.
Last summer, after we received our first aircraft here, we did air refueling certification with the KC-135, and this fall we've been doing that same air refueling certification testing with the KC-10.
That testing included handling quality evaluations up to the contact position, fuel transfer, system performance, and landing evaluations.
As a test pilot with a 35 is determining the difference between a difference and a deficiency. And sometimes it takes a couple flights to go from, hey, I don't like this, to, well, that's different, but now I see why it's designed that way, and that works for me.
I've flown the A model, the B model, and the C model. One of the design goals early on for the airplane was to make all 3 airplanes fly the same.
They're identical. All the airplanes fly the same. The only difference is how they take off and land. That's it. I mean, it really is. It's just about that simple.
This year, the mission systems team at Edwards had the opportunity to support the ship trials and the catapult testing that were going on at PAX. Because of the big number of resources that those activities require, a lot of off-site support from engineers, we had to backfill our engineers in order to keep flight tests going at PAX.
Mission systems is common to all 3 variants, so when we test mission systems, we're testing it for the STOVL, the CV, and the CTOL versions at the same time.
Big picture, global, it's really going well. The airplane is moving in the right direction. We're getting significant milestones done, delivering airplanes to Eglin, delivering software to the jets out here, getting airplanes on the ship at PAX. Hopefully they're never satisfied, and that we're always going to continue to look for ways to improve the jet, and there's lots to be done.
A lot of credit goes to the team for the hard work they put into getting flights off this year.
We've got some really smart people working really hard, doing important work, and doing the first time ever almost every day.
From a professional side, I just have an interest to make sure that we develop this airplane into the most capable fighter in the world. From a personal side, since my own son is at pilot training right now and could very well end up flying this airplane, I want to make sure it's the safest and most capable airplane to bring him home safely too.